Hello everyone, this is Steven with SG Saber Design, and tonight we've got an SP Sabers Shroud of the DarkSide for Nicholas. This is, I will tell you, this is just an absolutely gorgeous piece of hardware. Absolutely beautiful to look at and hold. Not so fun to install. Whoever designed the interior of this, I'm not real happy with. Nevertheless, I got it done. This is a steel saber. It is very heavy. It is a fingerprint magnet, but it feels great in the hand. It's very surprising. It was never one of my favorites. Just looked too small to me, but this is a great saber. So Nicholas sent this to me to be installed. So I had to design a chassis for this, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. First of all, we got power and aux. I am not 100% sure if this is the accurate coloring, the way they go. A Google image search showed almost a 50-50 split on red, green or red, So we went with this. At the moment, it's not hard to change, and this can be switched out very quickly. These are not captive, so once you pull out the chassis, the red and green pieces can just fall out inside, and you can just pop them into the other side, and a quick switch in the config, and you're going to be able to do the opposite if that's what you want. But I found that holding it, I thought power aux seemed the right way for me. So let's go ahead and take a look. When you open this up, you're going to take this whole piece right here off. Okay. Now, remember I said these are loose inside. They're not going to fall out super easy, but they can fall. So what I suggest is just kind of take it like that with the switches both down, and just kind of give it a little pop in your hand, and your chassis is going to fall out. And then set it down so that the switches are still down and they will stay there. So here we have our chassis. We have a Shtok V4 Eco NeoPixel emitter. We have two 2-pixel switch boards. Got a kill switch, an 18350 battery, and so when you put this in, spring is your negative. You can use a flat top or a button top, but it's got to be an 18350. As you can see, there's no room to hide the wires at all in this. So just kind of pop that in, and you're good to go. You got your Proffie 3.9 right here. This is our speaker connector, because the speaker is in a pod down here. Now, Nicholas, we talked to get to your SD card or your SD port. You're just going to take, I don't know, like a fingernail and just pop that. And you can see I left enough wire here so you can kind of pull that and let it sit right there while you access whatever you need to. And then just gently line that back up and snap it in. If you are not going to be pulling this in and out, I would suggest just a little bit of E6000 under there. You can still get it back out if you need to, but it's probably, it's a very thin piece right here just due to the inside of the saber. So that would probably help it to stay in if you're not going to be pulling it out very often. So that's what we've got right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is in here yet. This you don't have to pull out unless you want to. You have to take this screw out. And this screw also holds this greeblie. So we pop that out, and here we have a KR Sabers 22mm bass speaker and just a small speaker pod, and that is what connects to here. So when you put this in, there's a flat spot right here, and that just lines up with that. Speaker goes towards the pommel part. Just take that, and this piece here lines up with the hole that holds the greeblie. difficult to do this while it's behind the camera. There we go. Okay. Oops. Line that up. Okay. Oh, and there goes our green. And it's probably stuck to our magnet, our speaker magnet. Okay. So, like I said, you don't need to take this off. Put that back on. This is a 2mm hex. Tighten that down and you should be good to go with that. Now I do not have my tweezers with me, so this is going to be fun. Yep. Okay. So when you're going to put the chassis in, make sure both of those are all the way in. And we're going to turn this on. And obviously we're not going to hear anything because it's not connected to the speaker, but we have some indicators that show that it's working. We've got our light on the Proffie board and both of our switch lights. So with the switches in all the way, we're just going to slide this in with those like that, and your switch is going to be up, and then just kind of push that till it stops. Then we can put our emitter back on. Now that could slide forward right now, but I did make it tight enough that it probably won't. But once you put a blade in, it's going to hold it anyway. So let's go ahead and take a listen. So while the Saber is off, these are going to pulse to a slow on-off pulse, and when it's on, they're going to be solid. And this is not at 100% right now, so.
Enter volume menu. Maximum volume.
This can be very loud with that little speaker in there.
Volume menu end.
So let's go ahead and put in this is a 7/8 inch. I've got a small test blade here, very tight. And your set screw here is a 1.5mm.
Lord Vader.
On directory not found.
Oh boy. Okay. I have to do some renaming there.
Ben Solo. Empress Palpatine. Count Dooku.
Your swords, please. We don't want to make a mess of things in front of the Chancellor.
You won't get away this time, Dooku.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
You don't know what you're facing. You won't go any farther. Whatever happens, you're not...
General Kenobi. Darth Maul. You are under arrest. Kylo Ren.
Balin's skull.
Anakin Skywalker. You are under arrest, my lord. Master Qui-Gon.
Going somewhere?
This is not a Canon font. This one is a grayscale. This is Seethe. That one always felt sinister to me, so felt it. If it belonged anywhere, it was on this one. So, there we have it. Nick, I hope you like this. This was a challenging one, but this was a fun one. I personally think this turned out just absolutely fantastic. I love the lit buttons. And this, like I said, it just feels so nice. You're going to want to keep a wipe down cloth next to it because it's going to show every fingerprint, but it's worth it. So when you're not using it, just unscrew your top there. Keep your buttons down. Just a quick flick there. Off, and you can push that back in, and you're good to go until you want to use it next time. Anything you want changed, Nick, just let me know. We can get that done before I ship this out. I will fix that font directory. I think it's just a naming issue. I think I added a couple things last minute, but otherwise I think we are good to go with this one. Still got 2 more of yours sitting there waiting to be next. So as soon as this one's out, I will start working on those. Everyone have a great night, and if anyone has any questions, you can ask them here, or you can message me at sgsaberdesign.etsy.com. I usually reply to all messages there very quickly. Have a great evening. I think I already said that, but may the force be with you all.